Welcome back to Global Business Europe. The spectre of the James Bond film franchise, coming under the control of Amazon MGM, has become a reality. Long-serving masterminds Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson have agreed to step aside, reportedly taking with them a quantum of solace in the region of $1 billion. Amazon will now take on the task of naming a successor for Daniel Craig and creating the next Bond installment since No Time to Die, which was released 4 years ago.
James Bond. Goodbye, James.
Coño. You're prepared tonight?
You can't run. It's too late. It's already crawling under your skin. Don't be alarmed. It's harmless to us. Just to you.
The name's Adam Solomons, licensed to be a film critic. Adam, good to see you. Why has this happened?
It's a good question. It took Hollywood by complete surprise, and it took much of people like me in the film industry in this country too by complete shock. Why has it happened? Well, it's happened in order to secure a Bond film quicker. What crucially, Michael G. Wilson and Barbara Broccoli, as you said, the sort of stewards of the Bond legacy for decades, have been dragging their heels in order to preserve the prestige of the franchise. And that has led to some amazing creative decisions and some bold casting choices like Daniel Craig. But it's also meant that we haven't had as many Bond films as some people would like. And Amazon, which now own the distribution rights, would like more Bond films and TV shows and spin-offs. So it's a boring answer, but I think they just want more Bond.
What does it mean for viewers and audiences? I guess simply more Bond, many more probably every year, or what?
It will probably be a similar situation to when Disney bought Star Wars in 2012. What happened is that before 2012, George Lucas owned Star Wars, and he made the 3 films in the 70s and 80s, and then they sat on the shelf for decades, and he brought back the prequels, which had a mixed reception. What Disney then did was release 3 Star Wars films very quickly, lots and lots of TV shows and lots of films. And what that meant for viewers is that there was more Star Wars, and they were very excited by that. But it did mean that the quality of Star Wars films diminished. And I think we'll probably see something similar with Bond, where we're going to see lots more of it, but is it going to be as good as what we've got used to? Probably not.
What's in it for Amazon, and what's in it for the previous custodians? A shed load of money, presumably? Just that.
So what Michael G. Wilson and Barbara Broccoli have done is hand over the creative control. So Amazon already owned 50% of Bond, and they had the theatrical distribution rights. This is creative control. I'll be surprised if it's $1 billion. That's a huge amount for creative control of even a franchise like this. But it will be a very big amount. I mean, Michael G. Wilson's 83, Barbara Broccoli is 64. They're looking at retirement, and they're looking at doing different things. And you know, to some extent, fair play to them. But film critics like me are a bit worried about what this could mean for Bond. So Amazon, they just see money in the bank. It's money for everyone, really, is the motivating factor.
How quickly can you knock these off? Because No Time to Die was released 4 years ago, wasn't it? When are we going to see the next James Bond, and who is the next James Bond?
Well, Jeff Bezos has already tweeted his a sort of open call out on who people think should be the next Bond, and Henry Cavill fans swarmed his replies. So he's a name up there, although I did just check the odds, and James Norton and Aaron Taylor-Johnson are tied top. Harris Dickinson's in there, Theo James from The White Lotus. Josh O'Connor was in there. He's a really good actor. You might have seen him in Challengers, but he'd be completely different. And then Roger Jean Page from Bridgerton, although he is 37, which might be too old. So I think it could be someone young that we haven't even heard of yet. But I think we'll probably have another Bond film in probably 2 or 3 years. I don't think much sooner than that.
Adam, I had another note here saying he's a bit of a male chauvinist dinosaur, but the producer says that was a description of me rather than Bond, so we'll pass on that. Good to see you. Adam Solomons, the film critic.